This is Wonder again doing another commentary. This time it is Search and Destroy Highrise. I never thought I was going to do an SND commentary because they are pretty boring to watch and they generally take longer than 10 minutes. But as you see from the off, you see me and Shane pushing out of spawn. One of the main important things you want to try and do when you're playing Highrise, you want to try and get out your spawn. You don't want a team to rush you. You want to, if you can, possibly counter their rush. It's okay to leave one person in spawn to do a little bit pre-aiming, but my advice would be to get 3 players out of spawn. And as you saw there, we countered their rush. One guy managed to get behind us, but a good call out from Mac. No, I think it was Jack, sorry. Let me know that he was behind the hut. I turned around and killed him. You're gonna see one of the biggest schoolboy errors which players who play S&D you should never do. And if you haven't already picked up what the schoolboy error is, it is us leaving the bomb in spawn. That is not very good at all. Reasons being, if you pull off a successful rush and you are able to take out 2, maybe 3, you quickly be able to get the bomb down and you have a better chance of winning a round. Seeing as we never had the bomb and obviously it was left in spawn, we were unable to do that. But we didn't pull off a successful rush anyways, and now it is just me and Jack left alive, 2 versus 3. You're going to see me here doing a lot of pre-aiming. The reason for that is because obviously I'm pretty sure that they have set up. They're not going to be running around as this is S&D, and they are a good S&D team. They know what they're doing, they've got good setups. Another important thing when you're playing S&D is to make sure that you got Ninja Pro on, because 98% of people who play competitive have headsets, whether they are Sharkoons, X1s and Turtle Beaches. Some people may be thinking, oh, I've got my Xbox Live headset. No, that's not going to help you out much when you're playing against people with those headsets. They are specifically designed to help you with your gaming, as in game sound come through a headset, and it helps them be able to spawn kill you. As you see there, Laid by a nade is sitting in a great spot as he is able to cover green, and that is where a lot of players generally try to push through or go out, either coming from the underground or just pushing through to get through to the other side of the map. So watching there was a very good spot. As you can spot here again, if you look on the radar, you will see that we have 2 people sitting in spawn. This time we decided not to push out as much as what we did. We decided to set up, do a little bit of pre-aiming, just in case they try to counter our rush. I'm kind of going back on what I said earlier, but you got to try and, when you're playing, you got to try and outsmart teams. You can't do the same thing every single round, because if we would have rushed through green and I would have went through middle map, I'm pretty sure they would have had a pre-aim on. As you just saw there, they had a guy sitting back in spawn. That's one of the reasons why I wouldn't advise sitting in spawn, because when you're lost alive, you've got nowhere to go. If we notice that you're in spawn, we're just going to get 3 players pre-aiming you, and there's nothing you'll be able to do. As you will see in this round, I decided to rush. Me and Shane went through green. Shane went to the right hand side of the hut. I end up getting myself in a sticky position. When I was doing this rush, this was not what I planned. I planned for a guy to come out of the hut at right window straight away, take him out, and then stand behind the bomb, try to pre-aim the guy at the back of their spawn. But the spot where I'm sitting in now isn't a bad spot, especially considering that I've got a silencer. I know that I can't run anywhere because there's a guy sitting in the back of their spawn after picking up that first kill, and they're most probably wondering where I am right now, because an SMG player just killed one of their teammates near their spawn. As you see, they're chucking over stuns, and I had a look to my left to see where the stuns are landing, and the stuns are not landing right next to me. So they obviously, well, I'm assuming that they must think that I'm next to this water tank, which is to my right, which I'm clearly not. I know this last guy's in spawn. I'm pretty sure he's going to be pre-aiming in right window. This is another thing what I'm talking about, whereas you got to try and outsmart your opponents. I knew he was going to be looking out right window, because personally I would have done the same thing myself. So I just went in, killed him, and then Jack B pushed up into A, and he manages to get the final kill. When your team is up 3-1 like this, I wouldn't advise sitting back. I would advise you to do the same thing as what you were doing before, constantly trying to get out of spawn on this map. As you can see here, they're trying to keep us in by pre-firing. I just managed to dodge those bullets. We end up losing a guy very early on, which puts me in a bad position at the moment, as I'm trying to pre-aim middle map and green. As you see there, laid by a nade pre-aims me, which you can't complain about, because SND is a pre-aim fest game type, especially on Modern Warfare 2, as people die in one bomb, as you just saw there from a FAMAS or so-and-so. So he picked up a nice kill on me. Shane's last alive. When you're last alive on this map, I can't really give an advice for saying whether you're last alive. I can't really say what to do from what not to do. You want to try and, when you're last alive, the most important thing you want to try and do is prevent them from getting down the bomb. If you can find where that bomb is, then you've got a really good chance of winning it. But as you see there, another smart play laid by Nade. He most probably knew that Shane was going to be running around, so he went up in a spot which was off the map, and he was able to give a good call out to his teammate and let him know that Shane was coming A long haul, or you can call it orange if you want to. So another thing, call outs are very important on this game also. As you see here, I'm changing up my approach again. I'm not going for a rush, nor is Shane. Shane decided to go somewhere else. So this time we're just going to take it a little bit more slow. As I pick up the first kill, I go green. I wait for a guy to come out of green, as the round before that, he killed one of my teammates. That's it. It was just a quick game against their team. I can't remember what their team name is. I will leave their team name in the description. I will also leave our GB, so you can check out how we are doing on the ladder. And don't forget, if you would like to see anything, leave comments and let me know what you want to see, and please feel free to subscribe.